Hello, everyone. Once again, an exciting Tuesday, Candid Conversations. We are so excited today. And today we'll be talking about grooming and, just looking all good, grooming and all that amazing stuff. Before we start, I'll just ask Grace Iki to take us through a word of prayer.
All right. Hi.
Oh, you're muted, Grace.
Okay, sorry about that. So let's pray as we start the session. Almighty God, we bless you. Thank you for yet another evening that we have to discuss. We bless for all the insights that shall come forth from this session and for everyone that is joining in. Lord, grant them concentration. Let them be ready to hear and learn also from us, oh God. We bless you, and as we start the session, we declare it's blessed. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So just straight up, what is grooming? I'm not gonna go into like sijui nini. Just what do you think grooming is? Grace and Charles. And I'll also say what I think.
Charles is very well suited this night. We think he can share first.
Yeah, on the spot, Charles.
I think I was leaving the floor to ladies. Anyway, no problem. That's fine. Okay, if you ask me, maybe just get the difference first. Grooming and dressing are two different things. So if you're talking about grooming generally, it's like the sum total of the things you need to do to appear clean. Maybe you should be brushing your teeth appropriately, taking a bath, making sure your head or your hair is well done, your clothes are like well knit and every other thing. So grooming is basically like the sum total of ensuring that yourself as a person, yourself as an individual appear clean and presentable, basically. Yeah, that's my understanding of it.
Charles is always like sometimes I feel like he's the Merriam-Webster definition of everything. Like if I want to find a definition, I'll be like, Charles, so what is grooming? And he'll literally tell me. Welcome Arnold. We're so excited to Arnold has joined us for this session. Karibu sana Mluya.
Asante sana Mluya mwenzangu. Nawasalimu.
So we're just defining like what is grooming according to what we understand, and Charles has already given his amazing definition. So Santa Cha Eki, take over.
Mine is very short. Just being presentable. It's all about being presentable, especially when people look at you. Like, do they see someone who's presentable? Yes. And if they if they use the 5 senses, are you presentable? Because even your smell is part of grooming. Yeah.
Arnold?
Actually, I was thinking like a career. For me, grooming is just being neat. I don't think you can have more explanation than that. As in the way you just appear.
Yeah, I also agree with all that, and I think it depends on like first impressions and everything. Oh, there's just a dog that passed near me. I love dogs, so yeah. So honestly, I totally agree with you. It's like how when I step outside of my room or outside of my house, what is the first impression that people will see, smell, all those things, the senses that you talked about. And so I find that when I'm dressing in the morning, usually like as in Angalia, do these pants go with like my top? Like, as in, like, what on your nazi? Like, do you guys get like those kind of feelings dress someone you're the confident of, like, it is what it is, nimevaa hivi, watch watakubali, I'm looking good. Like, what are the things that influence your dressing? Like,
Actually, for me, before I leave the house, and actually like choose my clothes in the night, because if I don't choose them at night, in the morning I'll have a whole hour wasted finding which clothes match which ones. Yeah, so for me, I definitely go into like, are they matching, and do I feel comfortable after wearing them? Because another thing I do after wearing is I walk around the house. Do I feel comfortable in that? Because sometimes you might wear something so good and just leave the house immediately. Umefika pale,
mnacheka.
hey, Arnold, are you able to relate what I'm going to do? Because you find sometimes you wear something, you think you're comfortable, but once you just get out, hey, kumeumana. Sio kutembea, unasikia kurudi but ulishafika mbali. So I always walk around the house to confirm if I'm comfortable. But at the end of the day, it boils down to, am I feeling comfortable and do they match well together? Yeah.
Arnold and Charles really found that. I don't know that it was funny or they were relating, but because you guys laughed, I want to, like, okay, why? Like, do you relate to what Eki said?
Oh, you want my take?
Yeah.
Okay, me actually I can't relate. As in me, hiyo asubuhi yake, it's when I decide I don't know for Dickens how it is, but for me personally, whatever I find in the morning is what but as in, me make sure to I have clean clothes. That's the main.
Hata
But
kama ni
now,
blue na sijui yellow na red.
sasa si unajua ukibai sasa ndo unamaliza hiyo story yote. But kile hapo umenimaliza. Hadi unatembea. Okay, I can't relate to that. I don't know for Dickens yeah, kwaje. But me personally, I decide what I'm going to wear that morning. And still I believe niko neat, but
Okay. Oh, I think for me, one thing I'd say, okay, generally speaking, for most guys, most majamas, we really don't go the way at the tour outfit the previous night, then dress it, walk around with it. Hiyo ni process mob. As long as as long as the outfit you need to wear, like maybe it's clean, okay. But because generally, okay, being a person who enjoys dressing, basically grooming, I'd say, there are several things you want to look into, apart from a Kirapa's take, whereby like you're talking about comfort. Definitely, it has to be the right fit. And most importantly, what are you dressing for in the very first place? Like, yes, you need to groom yourself to a certain extent, depending on what activity are you looking forward to in the course of the day. For instance, kama ni mse wa mjengo, huwezi expect that take a lot of thinking with whatever is going to dress, whatever how he's gonna groom in the morning. So like a kirapo seems like will predetermine like the previous night ndio kenye tavaa kesho nini. You see, for guys, most guys, it's more of like, by the way, nimeshawa, nguo ni safi, kama ilipigwa pasi pia ni sawa, kama ikupigwa but it's clean, okay, let's move. But someone who's maybe keen on maybe the dressing or the appearance, definitely will want to go all through that. But for me, it's the mostly, what am I dressing for, or what am I grooming for? Then whatever I'm wearing, does it fit appropriately, and also the part of comfort. I think those ones do it for me. Those ones are top priority. About color matching, most men don't really do well with colors, so But we try.
Hapo kwa Kalamachi, we buy clothes that are dull. So hatukwangi that problem sana. Haikwangi big deal kwetu.
I'm gonna read a few comments from our viewers. Grace Bako anasema yeye na Ekia on the same level. Kaya anatembea hadi Mariana anasema yeah, I'm on that level too. There's a question here. What is the difference between grooming and dressing? And then is grooming all about dressing, or does it involve, like how one presents themselves to, like even in that conversation? Like, does grooming go beyond dressing into like how I talk or how I relate to other people? We can start with the first question of grooming and dressing. Like, what's the difference? I can give my own. I think grooming is, I would say, the wholeness of like beyond just the way I think Marianne asked. It's beyond how I'm dressing, how I'm cleaning up myself, like also how I'm talking, how I'm like relating to other. I think it all involves like the whole roundedness of a person. And dressing is for me, it's like I think how Charles talked about, like he looks at the event that he's going to, or like, for me dressing involves where I'm going, my body shape, my hairstyle, the shoes that I'm gonna dress. Like I have to ensure hizo vitu zina match to feel comfortable. I was laughing today when I was thinking about this topic. I was like, I used to be such a t-shirt girl, like until I came to SM and we were like, okay, there's no t-shirts here. This family is not a t-shirt family. Excuse me, but I never wear t-shirts. So that was a side. But what do you guys think, like, on these two questions?
Yeah, I can go. I actually agree with your definition that grooming is the whole thing. Dressing is part of grooming. Yeah, like you've said in one word, dressing is just a bit of it, but grooming is the whole thing. Yeah, it also has your nails. Those who bite nails, you're not grooming them. Yeah, like grooming covers the whole thing, but dressing is just that portion of the clothes you put on, how you cover your body well, in short.
Do you guys have any comments, Charles and Anna?
I totally concur. Maybe just take it at another level, not be a matter of maybe like looking at grooming and dressing, depending now on the sexes, like male and female, because I know people look at it totally different. Because, like, for instance, maybe when it comes to, okay, for instance, some guys don't believe in like applying cologne. So wearing, do we apply or do we wear? You can
I think
correct
it's
me,
like
please.
where. Someone said where.
We wear cologne, or we wear perfume.
Oh my god.
Where? Because when you apply, application
Oh,
has to
what's the
do,
difference? Apply and wear.
like I know with apply, like how you apply paint, like you rub like that, but you don't rub cologne. When you rub on it to affect it, so it does not smell good. So we
Oh,
wear.
Wait.
okay. Thank you. I'm
Okay.
getting
Okay.
close. Uh-huh.
Before I embarrass
Yeah.
myself, I'll see you later. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. But generally speaking, yeah, that's true. Grooming is like the entire bit of it, the cleaning aspect and all that. Dressing is simply now regarding the clothes thing and all that. But now you realize, now when you split them now, basically in terms of men and women, or maybe male and female, like you'll get a bit of differences in terms of what exactly do guys perceive as this is how they need to groom, or this is how they need to dress. What exactly do ladies look like in terms of this is how I need to groom, this is how I need to dress. There's some guys, like for instance, okay, if they have shaggy hair, they're like, this is style, this does it for me. But maybe according to the setting that you appear or the setting you find yourself, it's not appropriate. But now coming down to how exactly does a guy view grooming and versus dressing, and how exactly does a lady view grooming versus dressing, I think it would be important also to touch on that.
Arnold. Wait, I need to read this comment first. Sorry, Arnold. So Grace Baba is saying, grooming kwa vijana wale hawapaki mafuta. Sorry. Arnold, unapaka mafuta?
Kwani wanaume wanapaka mafuta? Mimi sijaijua. Dickens, unajipaka mafuta? Unaweza kucheka, niendelee.
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay, I think I'll just say the same thing using different words. But the primary goal is about feeling good about yourself, as in brush meno, kuchana nywele. That's now grooming.
I think Gracie, you mentioned Gracie Kirafa, sorry. You mentioned about, especially for women, like something about how much exposure, like your skin. And I think that's one topic that is a bit confusing of like how much, like I know it's not like set amount, this is the kind amount of skin you should show, but do you have a comment on like, how my dress my choice became a thing and then women could wear whatever they wanted to wear, like, yeah, what's your comment on that?
Yeah, on that, I'm actually not for the my dress, my choice crew. Like, and actually, like in the style world, like there's a difference between like looking sexy and looking feminine. So you find that most ladies will confuse that because like femininity will go hand in hand with like you have to be modest as much as the clothes will fit you, like you'll just look very good. But now sex is very provocative. That's where you show skin too much. And it's actually like very uncomfortable. You're a lady and you come across a lady, maybe you're walking in town, like she's worn something that has really exposed her till you feel the shame on her behalf. Like that's really too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and actually to make it worse, like you're wearing this during the daytime and in town, yeah, you can wear at night, at least only the darkness will see you. and the people you're going to see. But like people confuse that and they bring this sexy provocative dressing even during the day. You can wear at night when people cannot see you. But at the end of the day, it boils down to like what values you have. Because there's someone here I know, if this video goes to Twitter, someone will bash me so hard because I said sexy and provocative should not be worn during the day. Because some people, and I'm not ashamed to say this, some people simply don't have like such values like modesty. As long as they're wearing something to attract, to draw the opposite sex, they are fine. And you find that dressing like that, most of the times, like it boils down to someone's upbringing. Like maybe someone wanted like the attention they want, like they never got them from their parents while growing up and all that. So they're at this stage, they're like, let me show what my mama gave me. See, people say that. Yes, so I'll attract all the attention. So I find that in a way, like sometimes it's a bad way of coping with how you are raised. And it's also not just advisable. Me, I feel shame for such ladies. At one point, I just took my scarf and I gave to a lady, and she actually said thank you, because she was actually, it was in a mat, and the conductors are laughing at her and all this. I just took my scarf and gave her. She felt nice, and I'm sure wherever she is right now, she changed her mind. She's no longer wearing provocative during the day, but there should be that line. Provocative, please keep it for the bedroom or wear at night, wherever you're going. But during the day, just wear feminine. It should be modest, let it fit well. Yeah, something that will also feel proud of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the way you talk about like feminist, like so um like I want to look good, but I don't want to, I sometimes I want to just accentuate like my figure, right? But I don't want it to be in a way that is provocative. So like, what's your kind of like how do I stay, I guess, feminine in a way that's not, like I'm looking good, I'm comfortable, but I'm not being provocative. And
The child can announce wanasikia wanafaa pia watatupea take, like what will they prefer to? Yes, although like, yes, sometimes you find like, yes, a lady wants to show off her figure. Like, I'm okay with her wearing a bodycon dress as long as it's not too tight and it will just tears. As soon as you take one step, it goes to like, why did you wear that? so yes, and some materials, especially when you want something snide. I think you should see me in person to finish this one. But
okay.
like, as long as you feel comfortable and you won't be, yeah, attracting too much
Mm,
sexual energy,
yeah.
like that would be nice. That would be nice.
So there's a question on the Facebook chat, but before I go there, I want to ask the guys. Um, do you think that because of how, I guess, men view women, or how men have put women in, oh, and this is so general, I'm sorry guys, but I just gotta ask it this way. like how women have been so sexualized, and mostly by men, sorry to say. Do you think that's one of the reason why women dress provocatively? And I would like the guys to answer this.
Okay, acha nianze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, for me, you see the way you dress, um, it sends a message about you. So kama ni mswamini ni wewe tu, as in uko hivyo, because I think, okay, I can give you scenario. This scenario in our school, you can identify IT student by just the way on a dress. Still, you can identify wasewalo by the way on a dress. For example, IT student have jinika, hood, and then they don't comb their hair. A lot of students always official. So as in, it is part of you. So I don't think all ladies who wanavaa miniskirt. So there are a few, and that is part of them. So ukimwona wewe just, because the way you dress, you are judged by the way you dress. So
Arnold, you can continue. Your audio is off. Sorry.
I don't know if Arnold is speaking. Please consider. Arnold, your mic is on mute. You can just unmute to finish.
what?
Okay, good.
Napatikana. hadi nimejipoteza.
Okay.
So okay, but I was saying the way you dress, as in it sends a message about you. So nikipatana na wewe umevaa, I don't know nikipata umevaa nini nimeraruka, that is you. As in I'll judge you by the way umedress.
Charles.
All right. So, okay, regarding ladies, I think okay, two main things maybe just to start off. One thing I normally note, I know especially for ladies, perhaps you can correct me. I still, by the way, stand corrected. I stand to be corrected. Most ladies dress based on the fashion that is currently in place. Yeah, from what I've observed, and most of the time you realize, okay, whatever thing we're seeing, because uh, whatever thing you'll see in terms of people dressing up has been influenced or triggered by something else, especially when it comes to how we dress. For instance, like music, pop culture, hip hop, and the like has influenced quite a lot in terms of dress code, how people dress, uh, basically like the people we see in the movies, the people we see in the music videos. And regarding that, one thing I normally really go by for me, for instance, yes, fashion can be general, but style is personal. Coming back to like what's your style, and when it comes to the aspect of ladies dressing provocatively, I think it boils down to how do you view yourself as an individual first, because if back in the day, I think the 80s, our mothers vile walikatiwa bado walikuwa wamevaa zile long dresses, na maybe kitambaa kwa kichwa, but
Cuttings.
bado they're still turning heads, they're still turning heads. So I don't think it has to go like to the extreme that maybe you expose your bust, you expose your skin just to turn heads. It goes back to, because if you ask me, any decent guy outside there will be like, if you truly value yourself, you'll definitely want to keep private what needs to be kept private, and just expose what needs to be exposed. Because at the end of the day, first things first, you're not dressing for people, you're dressing for you. You know. So if you understand that, then if you truly value yourself, you won't be the person that will want to expose him or herself. And now, especially referring to ladies, you don't want to be that kind of person, because, like, for instance, assuming, like, take for instance right now in this cold, but utapata quite a lot of instances of freeze and shine, and I sit down and ask myself, hata kama in biology we were taught ladies have more layers, more fats on the subcutaneous layer. Does it really have to go to that extreme that you're still freezing and shining? No, I don't believe in that. So it comes down to, how do you look at yourself as an individual? Know that you're dressing for yourself first before the other person. And if you really value like the people around you, because remember scripture talks about do not lead your brother to sin, So like, don't dress in a way, it's true. Don't dress in a way that will lead someone to like say, oh Jesus, and think something else. So know yourself as a person first. If you truly value yourself, you dress decently and modestly. You won't necessarily go with the fashion of the day. Yes, be decent, but cover what needs to be covered. I think I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's very powerful. And Grace Marco says, I think the type of attention you want to draw determines how you dress. So again, as I think Charles and Arnold said, it starts from within you. Like, oh, this is you determine how people address you. Um, okay. Arnold.
I don't know. I have this picture in mind. As in, can you imagine daddy preaching in a ragged pants? I imagine Jinika ragged hapo.
No, I cannot even imagine that.
You will not even get the message.
Yeah, and I love that topic. And mommy, uh woman of God, she asked about dressing provocatively, and like, is there like an underlying thing that can push someone to dress provocatively? And I want us to talk about like insecurities, especially when it comes to, like, I know, like body shaming, the topics that are really like on the rise right now. People are body shaming other people because either you're plump, or you're too slim, or too this, or whatever, all those things. So do you think some of those things push people to dress in a particular way? And if so, like, what would be your advice for someone who is feeling insecure about their body, so maybe it's driving them to dress in a particular way?
You should go first.
Sorry.
You should go first.
Oh wow, veto! I have veto power. Okay. um, Grace Ekirapa.
Okay. I can say some of the things that especially drive ladies to dressing provocatively, from close experience, not my experience, or even mine and close. I think one, I'd say like the that craving for attention, and which boils down to like how you were raised, especially if you're raised in a family like where you've been neglected as you grew up and all that. Like there's that attention that you still crave for it. And if you haven't found Christ to give you attention, it's really hard. You'll go get this attention in every single way, even if it means dressing provocatively. And another thing I'd say is just yeah, pressure ama nitaita nini, nimekosa jina, but allow me to use that word. Yeah, especially this is now from my experience. But I didn't dress provocatively. Sir, please, Arnold, do not laugh. I warn you in advance. Like, you find that, especially when girls get to adolescence, like everyone is busy developing and you are there. You are a late bloomer, what is it called? So every girl is there like dressing in tight skirts. Wako like sasa hata mimi nikivaa tight, si hata nivae tu ile nivae curtain. Like, yeah, it happens. So you can imagine, yeah, actually, like peer pressure is real, especially with girls in high school, then transitioning to campus, and that's the stage you find that most young ladies will really expose themselves. The transition after to high school, then going to campus. You find you are done with high school, umekuja sasa kwa ground. Things are so hot, you're like, okay, cool, let's kupata chance ya to show what my mama gave me. They will see. Like, yeah, yeah, actually peer pressure. And as Deacon said, like the trends, I can attribute it to the trends. You're like, okay, so ladies are dressing in this way, like this, to attract the guys on wheels. Okay, even me, I'm going there. Like, yeah, following trends, like seriously, because of peer pressure and just craving for an attention you never got, and because you want that attention. Like, those are the things like I've seen personally, like drive most ladies into that.
What about the guys, Charles? And no, this one is not talking about what, because Eki has given us about the ladies. What about guys? Do you feel like men also get pressured to dress in a particular way?
Yeah, they actually get. I have a friend who cannot wear shorts, kinyasa, three-quarter. That is because uh, my best friend wanamwenjoy, he has thin legs and it got into his head. So, as in for him, it's not as an easy
That's why you're
stuff.
laughing.
So okay, it actually happens even for us.
Wow.
Uh,
I mean, that's deep because I feel like a lot of the like dressing grooming issues that are in the public, like in media tunananga, like it's only mostly ladies. I rarely hear like, oh, like, you know, like also guys are like having all these issues, and it's a topic that's never talked about. So I'm enlightened. Thank you, Arnold. Charles Dickens.
Okay, I think yeah, for guys also it's there, especially okay when it comes to the aspect of maybe it was like someone who's skinny versus someone who's muscular or maybe athletic build, someone who's also like extremely yeah on the other extreme. I wouldn't like to mention names, but you see, it all comes down to like depending on your size, are you able to like find something that's appealing for you to wear? Because you see, also like for guys, okay, most of the pressure one I think I've noted comes indirectly actually from ladies. Sorry to say, comes indirectly from ladies because you see nowadays also you'll find ironically, I don't know if for some reason everyone went to tights nowadays. You also find men wearing tight outfits. They wanna show their muscles, they wanna show their chest. Yeah, it's there. And okay, like for instance, if you take a look on IG, people who are showcasing like suits or maybe smart casual dress codes and the like, you'll see that they're actually wearing clothes that are as men, for instance, because they're very tight. It used not to be that way some time back. So I don't know what entered people that we are nowadays more of exposing ourselves in terms of type. So you see, for someone, if it's a guy, you get to see that and you're like, I wanna miss in a muscles, mi natafuta misuli hapa. Uh, how do you deal with that? Because I believe one way or another, you'll also feel pressured. You'll be like, I by the way, let me try my level best. Nione vile naweza pata muscle before now I start dressing well and all that. So you see, once it gets into your head, it definitely becomes an issue. But it's more about maybe as a remedy, it should be more about being comfortable in your skin. Yes, let's accept difference in terms of God created us differently, but also in a very unique way. Because one thing I came to realize, experimenting with different outfits here and there, is that I cannot dress as someone else. Yes, I can like borrow a few notes here and there, but whatever I'll end up showing up in, or whatever I'll end up dressing up in, will something that will be custom to me. May look like something else, but it's something that will be custom to me. Because now that one really helped me. Because me, I remember like I really struggled with that at the onset. I was like, by the way, the best definition of like for you to have a well-fitting suit, for instance, is like you need to be very muscular for you to have a well-fitting suit. Simply because like the tailors we had around are not doing you justice if you're a skinny person. So you need to have a bit of build before before you get your own kind of cut. But going along, experimenting and getting to understand myself best, and that's why I started by saying, a fashion can be general, but your style is personal. You grow up customizing your own style because that will really help you in terms of finding a balance and also dealing with the influence, because influence will definitely be there. And that's why coming now comes back to the point of like someone will be like do you dress expensive or do you dress at your level but customize it? Because you see, some people can dress way expensive but they still don't come out right. Some people can dress at their level, but you may think they're dressing expensive because it now comes back to understanding yourself, what works for you. So I'd say that's a proper remedy in terms of dealing with all the pressures. But body shaming and all of that, yeah, that one is there. Like I can relate with Arnold's friend. I know quite a number of guys who we normally refer to as having chicken legs, quote unquote. Chicken legs are like the straight legs. Hakuna zikuembe mahali. So hawezi taka kuvaa short.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a real struggle. Yeah, I love the way we're emphasizing on like, and Charles, you're really emphasizing on this style is very personal. Like you have to know your body, you have to choose what you dress, what makes you comfortable. Um uh Talking about grooming, we've talked about dressing. I want us to talk about cleaning up and showering and all those things. I know that there might be things that we just brush on, like whatever, cleaning up. um I don't know, I should ask what's your routine, Grace and Kirapa. You have like a whole routine, and I know, Charles, I've been told you're the stylist of the current age. So you can also tell us. And I know, yeah, like nails, hair, like for the guys, for the ladies. Yeah, we can start with the ladies.
Snyder. With the ladies. Snyder is a lady here. She should start with her routine
Because
first.
I'm getting tips. I'm here to get tips.
Ah, it is where, like, actually, I like with my routine. First, let me just mention the places I fail in my routine. Nails. Hey, me and nails. Anytime I'm thinking so hard and so long, my nails will go. By the time I realize I beat all of them. Yeah. Especially now with schoolwork. Haki hazinanga bahati. I even tried to apply, wax for the ears. I apply it to the nails. I remove the earbud and apply to avoid biting. It's that serious, but I need grace for that. And also, I fail at my hair. Like me, as long as I have something very simple, I'm good to go. Or like, but I see people really putting so much effort on the hair. I receive that grace. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And another place, maybe somewhere else where I really hate people missing it is the smell.
Mm.
Like you'd rather look bad, but you're smelling good for me. I think it's because I've been transiting a lot. I think for the last 5 years, going to town each day, you sit next to someone, the smell, and it's in the morning. Hey, you feel like alighting the bus and going back home. But I mean, honestly, like if I can advise someone, like where to start when it comes to grooming, just fix your smell first. Fix body odor. Even forget about the skin and mini, but fix your smell first, and that boils down to showering. Like especially if you're an active person, please increase your showering times during the day. If you're an active person, or shower for a whole hour in the morning. Scrub everywhere, please. Get all the odor out. And like actually, like showering is the easiest place to get it right. And especially if you notice that you have like too much body odor and you don't have the money for cologne or deodorant and all that, like just get a good geisha. Shower for a whole hour. Hata ukimaliza yote. Trust me, you'll smell good the whole day. Hata jua ikuwe kali aje, you will smell good the whole day. like those scented soaps can really help you if you don't have money for colognes and all that. Yeah, just shower right. And Yeah, apart from showering, depending on how active you are during the day. Yeah, I think that's the most important part of the routine. Which other part is important? Hey,
I just
mine.
want to add on that, like on the or
Mhm.
body, like on the order thing. I think also shaving, like
Yeah.
if you don't shave your armpits, it smell like it smells bad because you're sweating. It's a part that really sweats. So to add on, I know there's some guys who don't shave, which is I don't know what that's like. I don't know, like is this like a thing? Like guys are not supposed to shave? I don't know, but like for guys, especially if you're active, like shaving.
Like actually, I think I was reading a dermatological report, and they were for the idea that like shaving is not good because it tends, especially if you're dark skin, it works on your pigment. So you find like an area where you shave most of the time gets dark. Even if you see guys like shaving their beard area, like over time it looks darker than the rest of your face. So the idea is to, especially if you don't shave, like you should be now extra clean, like clean those areas even more, yeah, to avoid that. Yeah, and yeah, but order, please, people, we fix. And also, I know another
Okay,
side of order.
okay. These people that you're in the bus with, are they here? Because you're really like
Oh,
people.
okay, these are people from Ruiru and Nairobi, especially in the evening when I'm coming back. Hi, hi, I'm still smelling nice. My perfume gets rubbed off because someone's order was really something else. But please, people, let's
Oh,
fix.
that's hilarious.
Um,
Um, okay. I don't.
Okay, my routine. For me personally, taking a shower is very important because okay, I'm a sports guy. Now, so you can imagine from the field and then not taking a shower, you can't even wake up the next morning. So I take like like 2 showers a day because okay in the morning because maybe if I'm going to school or wherever I'm going, then after okay in the evening from like 7 or 9 because I normally go to the field from 5. So as in hapo hakuna otherwise. I just have to take a shower and then brushing my teeth. Very essential. As in I'd rather not shower but brush my teeth.
Okay, no, 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 no. I don't. No, 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 please, no.
Okay. I think okay. Okay. Usheka
After
karibu na
Eki has
mtu.
said what she has said, you cannot say that, and she's still here.
But I just said uh, and then hata I didn't even forget your word kusema. Oh, and then my hair. You can see. I don't know. As in I can't imagine myself with another as in economy shave cardigan. I don't know how it look. So I also comb my hair. And I used to have dreadlocks.
Great, thank you. Why are you laughing?
Nikilia hapa nini nakumaliza. Okay, and I used to have dreadlocks, but then I shaved. Nowadays, I comb my hair. Not have. So for me, practically, the most essential thing is taking a shower, brush my teeth. I don't apply lotion. I don't think it's for men.
Oh, for real? I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm not meant to.
what gift to bring Anne during his birthday?
what
Lotions for men.
lotion?
It's
You,
your salad.
There's a comment here. It's so funny. I just have to because it made me laugh. Grace Marco said, I think when adult talked about like he'd rather not shower but brush. Like, Grace Marco says, Arnold is one of the people in Eki's bus studio.
luckily, I don't use bus. I'm an Uber guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for the comments. So one thing I think about hair, because the hair comment really came out. Marianne is asking, she's actually commenting saying, hapo kwa nywele, like it needs to be kept really clean, like, and especially I think when I was just starting to braid my hair, and this is so bad, but like ukishashuka braids, I mean nilikuwa na assume ufai kuziosha, so I used to just be, whatever, like nimeshuka braids, but I kept realizing that I have to wash my braids. Like this was when I was 18, ukianza kushuka you're like but hadi hizi tu mtu lazima afaa zioshe, like sometimes we can forget. So, like I'm an African, I don't have hair like the white people, whatever. So I don't need to wash every morning. But yeah, with Charles Dickens. So I think we're about to wrap up. 2 minutes, and I want us to just give, I guess, just talk about maybe your advice to when it comes to grooming, when it comes to dressing up. It could be anything. Just Okay, we can start with you. Ladies first. Sorry.
Okay, ladies first. So what I can say first, like especially as a lady, like I know I'm still evolving when it comes to my dressing. I like the word Charles used. He said like you grow up customizing your own style. Wow. I'm still growing, customizing my own style, but like at the end of the day, like when you dress up, you should feel comfortable first, and you should consider really where you're going. Yeah, to fit the environment you're going. Yeah, dress for where you're going. And yeah, when it comes to grooming, please fix your smell first. Or else I'll bring you a packet of colognes and body shower, whatever, body soaps. But I'm not going to bring it. So please go shower and fix your smell. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So for me, I think again, just emphasizing on that point of know your body type, especially when it comes to dressing. Know your body type and be comfortable in it. Appreciate who you are, especially ladies. I used to be the provocative, sexy dresser kind of person. I used to watch a lot of videos of like dance or whatever, and it's the thing that was there is expose your thighs, how you're looking, your skin color, whatever. But I think as I grew up and came to realize that I'm worth more than what my thigh looks like. I'm worth more than exposing my breast. So it's just being comfortable, and you're okay. You don't need to expose anything. You're okay as you are. And I think as I learned to be comfortable in my skin, to be comfortable with who I am, I started dressing better. And it's actually it shows you respect yourself. As Eki said, she had to give her scarf to someone, and the lady appreciated. So again, just appreciate who you are. It doesn't matter like what size you are, for the ladies. And for the guys, I'm like saddened that that there are things that guys go through, especially with their bodies, and no one talks about it. So I think it's a conversation that should definitely start. Like if someone's feeling insecure about how big my chest is or how small my legs are, it's a real thing. I don't even know what to say. Arnold.
Okay, my, uh, my conclusion is very short and precise. When you are neat, uh, personally, the way I feel, as in, it boosts your confidence. I don't know, as in, when I see Snyder, you are neat, I want to be near you. I want to associate myself with you. But when you are something else, utakuwa ile route, me the other route. So for me, as in, I think it works a lot on your self-esteem. So it is very important for us to be, as in you groom yourself just right.
That was a punchline. Thank you. Thank you, Arnold. So thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, Grace Bako says confidence it is, and also dress confidence. Yeah, so we don't have any more comments. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you to our Facebook Live viewers. We'll meet here next Tuesday with our man of God to give more insight on, dressing and what grooming and what that means. Otherwise, have an amazing, amazing evening, and God bless you.